Hello and welcome back to the lesson. The subject is governance and compliance audit. Today we come to the end of the topic on planning for governance and compliance audits. So far we have covered 15 subtopics. Each time we are meeting, we've been doing one subtopic at a time. So we have so far done 15 lessons under this chapter. We move to the last subtopic, which is the audit team. The audit team. We will study the skills and the expertise that is required of the audit team, that is to undertake governance and compliance engagement. And the composition and the structure of the audit team is very critical to the success of a governance and compliance audit, because a well-rounded team with the right mix of skills, knowledge and independence is very essential for effective identification and also assessing risks. It is essential for gathering evidence and communicating findings. And a typical governance and compliance audit team is structured to ensure a clear hierarchy and division of labor. Because at the top we have the audit leader or the manager, whose role is to be in charge of the audit. Okay, the overall role is to be in charge of the audit. Okay, and the responsibilities of such a leader is to oversee the entire audit process from planning to reporting. This leader develops the high-level audit strategy and signs off on the audit plan. The team leader also serves as a primary point of contact for senior management and the audit committee. The leader ensures that the audit is completed on time, on budget, and also in accordance with the professional standards. Furthermore, the audit team leader provides leadership and guidance to the audit team. So there is that hierarchy. At the top we have the audit leader or manager. Then below that manager we have the senior auditor. The senior auditor manages the day-to-day field work and provides supervision to the rest of the team. And the main responsibilities would be to execute the detailed audit plan and program, and also procedures and analysis. It is this team leader or senior manager who acts as a liaison between the audit leader and the fieldwork team. You understand? Let me demonstrate. So this team, at the top we say we have the manager, the audit manager. I've outlined the roles and responsibilities. Then you have the senior auditor. Are you seeing that? We have the senior auditor, who acts as a liaison between the audit team leader and the staff. So here we have the staff, audit staff. The senior auditor supervises the audit staff, and you can see is a liaison between the audit manager and the staff. So the senior auditor, is important to also note, ensures that working papers are well documented and support the audit findings. Then we have the staff. Okay, staff auditor. Let me say staff auditor. Now this is the junior auditor who performs the detailed audit procedures as outlined in the audit program. The staff auditor also conducts interviews, inspects documents, performs tests, and also gathers and organizes evidence in the working papers. It is this staff that also communicates findings and observations to the senior auditor. You understand? Yes. So this is the hierarchy I'm talking about. A typical and compliance audit team is structured to ensure a clear hierarchy and division of labor, with the audit manager being in charge of the development of the high-level audit strategy and signs off the audit plan. So in this lesson, having understood roughly the structure, we need to discuss now that we are discussing the audit team, it's important for us to find out what are the skills and expertise that is required. Skills and expertise of this team. Skills and expertise. What are the skills and expertise that is required of the audit team? And it's because a successful governance and compliance audit team must possess a diverse range of skills, which often goes beyond traditional financial auditing. The team should be assembled to include various skills. They should have a mix of various skills, beginning with the methodology, audit methodology and standards. This team must have knowledge of methodology, audit methodology and standards. Audit methodology and standard. The team must have a solid understanding of audit principles, risk-based auditing, internal controls, and professional standards like those issued by the IIS, International Professional Practice Framework. Apart from methodology, there is also compliance and regulatory expertise. Compliance and regulatory expertise. The team must have in-depth knowledge of the specific laws and regulations that are being audited, and this may require bringing in external specialists or even internal subject matter experts. Apart from the two, we have business acumen. Business acumen. This is the ability to understand the organization's business model, to understand the business within which the industry operates, and also strategic goals. And this context is crucial for identifying relevant risk and making practical. Without this knowledge, business acumen, the audit team may not make the necessary recommendations. For you to make recommendations, you need to have business acumen, understand the environment within the business operates, and so on. So currently we are discussing the skills and expertise that is required of the audit team. There is IT and data analysis skills for IT and data analysis skills, because the auditors must interact with the volumes of data. So this team must have proficiency in IT systems and data analytics. And also, this is data analytics, which is essential for auditing, especially the IT-dependent controls, and for analyzing large data sets to identify patterns of non-compliance. Number 5, this is data analytics, IT and data analytics. Number 5, we have strong communication skills. The team must have strong strong communication skills. This is the ability to communicate effectively both verbally and also in writing to a wide range of stakeholders, from process owners to the board of directors. Then last but not least is professional skepticism. Professional skepticism is the ability to maintain a questioning mind and critically evaluate evidence, not taking management's assertions at face value, because an auditor must have this professional skepticism, having a questioning mind all the time, not taking everything that is said as gospel truth at face value. So these are very key skills and expertise that are required of the audit team. You understand, candidates? Yes. And this team, of course, must be objective and independent. For a governance and compliance audit to be credible, the audit team must maintain independence and objectivity. Because there is what we call organizational independence and individual independence. The internal audit function should have a direct reporting line to the board or a committee of the board, because that then will prevent management from influencing audit findings. That is organizational independence. Then you have individual independence, where each audit team member must be objective and free from conflicts of interest. For example, an auditor who previously worked in the department being audited should not be assigned to that engagement for a reasonable period of time to avoid self-review or to avoid familiarity threat. Understand, candidates? So it's very important for us to understand all that. And thank you for attending this lesson on the audit team as part of the subtopic on planning for governance and compliance audits. Bye-bye.